What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I hope everybody is doing good. I hope that those horoscopes that I did live helped and you were able to go back, or just I hope that they were helpful in any way. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being patient with me too. And dealing with that instead of getting like new content out daily. But we're back. We're ready to rock with the regular programming. Programming. Speaking of programming, Promogram. I am still doing my sale, so if you want to reach out through email or through Instagram DMs, you can still book with me for a discounted price. These can be booked out into October, November. Doesn't really matter, but you definitely got to book them before September 30th to receive the $100 discount. So if you're into that, that's still a thing. Check it out if you're interested. If not, I hope everybody's doing outstanding. Let's take a look at the astrology for Wednesday. Well, we are going to see a couple things on Wednesday. It's Mercury Day, it's Hump Day, and Mercury's final day in Virgo. So interesting shift. We just saw Venus, of course, come into Scorpio. We just saw the Sun come in to Libra, and now Mercury's about to follow suit, coming into Libra as well, and getting closer and closer to that superior conjunction with the Sun, but also opposite Neptune still in a very auspicious Earth grand trine, which is also a kite. So what are we flying right now? Where's our kite flying, and mentally where are we at? Because there can be extreme confusion, even though this Mercury is so strong, but this Neptune's strong too. So it's very how are we grounding, and I think how are we integrating? I think the integration is an important theme for this week. And a lot of it's emotional integration with the moon that's going to meet with Mars today, and that moon and Mars are also making a trine over to Saturn in Pisces. So I think there's a deep emotional integration to the changes of the seasons, the changes that we go through in our life. And I think much of it comes down to our maturity within ourselves to, I think, see things that we need to grow and move from, how to build new foundations and securities with new energy, and to not feel like we have to stay stuck in things. I think it's finding out where like the new comforts are. There's new comforts that are ready to find us, but we have to be open to like letting those things in. And I feel like this can play mind games, and there could be little tricks and little deceptions, and it's almost like old things kind of tempting us back in. But I do believe that we're at a place now where we can really find we can cover and like I think rebalance a lot of things by seeing where we can integrate into new energy and into energy that's moving forward. And I think too that we're seeing Venus in Scorpio, and this very it's a detriment Venus, right? It's not happy in Scorpio. It's got to deal with transformation and death, and these are not necessarily comfortable things, but it is also getting us more in tune with a deeper desire nature about what is comfort and what is balance. So I think we're able to like take a much deeper psychological look at things if we want to go deeper into that space and see where we can integrate and see where we can make the little subtle transformations that might build healthier routines as Mercury's finishing up here in Virgo, and really coming out of this Virgo season and into Libra season, where we're going to get a solar eclipse in a week. So I would say that Wednesday's very interesting about don't get sucked back into things, but integrate into new things. Integrate into a foundation within yourself that is of purity, that does make sense. I think if things don't make sense, it's a lot of trickster energy. So we can be really kind of stuck in trying to delineate like what is the right thing? What do I want to integrate into? If it doesn't kind of feel sort of black and white about what's good for you and what isn't good for you, then I think we're in some essence here not paying enough attention to ourselves and to our feelings and our emotions and what we're getting out of life and what reflections we're seeing. So I do believe that there's a lot of power in the astrology right now, but we have to be able to be grounded enough and real enough and understand ourselves enough to realize that we have to shed energy and integrate the new energy and integrate the new feelings and kind of be able to cut ways, especially with Mars starting off the day with Mars, with the moon starting off the day with Mars. Like Mars is such a a cutter. It cuts things out, it activates. So the moon getting with these two bad boys, Mars and Saturn, but in kind of a good way. Like the moon, very strong here. Mars, not so much. Saturn, not so, Saturn's whatever in Pisces, kind of bringing up a lot of karma. And I think having us make a lot of internal and spiritual and emotional adjustments that are taking us to a higher standard of our own soul integrity. So we need to be present with activating that higher integrity and to not get lost in the trickster energy that can be around us or in the news or the media or the world or situations that we've just recently gone through, but to remember to get back into our own energy, because even that sun coming up with the south node, it could be easy to get overly identified with something that isn't ours. And I think we do have to be, careful that we're not just trying to get a fix from something else, but we are really doing that inner alchemization and moving forward and integrating with the work that we do know internally and deeply is worth it. And it's part of a deeper foundation of understanding for ourselves, because I do believe that foundation right now that we can be building is strong and it's fortified and it's built to last. And that's the thing with Pluto finishing up here in Capricorn, is we are putting, especially with Mercury in this trine, we are putting the final sort of stamp and touch on our soul integrity and of a mission and of something that we can really look back on and be proud of. And it might not have anything to do with maybe wants and desires of our ego, but it does have something to do with our soul's evolution and growth, about a milestone in life right now. And I think we can build a really healthy relationship to where our soul and where the bigger picture of life is trying to go, and find that foundation and integrate into it without feeling so like things are being taken from us, but more like we're just actually giving the opportunity to make room for new energy and what is starting, and to accept that the transformation can be scary, at times, and it can be harsh, but that we're not being, punished right now. We're actually, given a really beautiful gift to integrate into a new reality and into something very beautiful and sustainable and built on a very deep soul integrity. So how are we going to get over the hump today? Got to move forward and integrate with the new and not get tempted by the past situations or feel tricked or feel, like we need to be too forceful when it comes to things, but really the maturity to be able to receive and to be in a flow state and to act from the flow state that's coming in. See what the tarot is for this Wednesday. Death card in reverse. That's so funny. It's fitting, right? Because the death card is transformation. It's rebirth. It's the death of certain things, and seeing that the death of things is really always bringing that beautiful rose and that flower. And that there's always something. I don't know what is up with my autofocus these days. I need to clean my camera or something. But there's something beautiful that we're integrating into, and I think getting this card in reverse is fitting, because it's almost like we're tricking ourselves into thinking that the beauty isn't going to come, and that we almost just have to sit in death energy. But I think we should be grateful about certain things that are falling, because there's certain things that are really coming in strong and trying to build with you. And I do think that there's something beautiful about the death reverse, because it is also it's not scared of the transformation, and there's nothing to be scared of. Like, we're here to experience and grow, so let's experience what the transformation is all about, and experience what kind of things that can bring into our life, because it might be something beautiful. It might be something that smells beautiful. It might be something that is abundant. And I think the more we're able to integrate with what that is going to be and accept that, the better off we'll be, instead of clutching for dear life for something that isn't meant to be in our life anymore. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you all for Thursday's horoscope tomorrow. Much love. Peace.